In this video lesson, we'll continue with our work on gated synths, specifically filter gates. Here on track 4, let's set up the sound for our next expand synth. So I'll just click right there, go to my browser. I'm going to head to Polysynths and go down to number 31 Classic Saw Poly. And there we are. So that's the sound that I'm going to suggest for this particular track. Let's listen to see what we have there. Let me just drop my playhead. All right, same chord progression, kind of a big synth pad there. This time we're going to use a different kind of gate that comes stock with Pro Tools Native. It's called a filter gate. So let's go ahead here, and we're going to go to modulation, and I'm going to select filter gate. So this is a combination noise gate and low pass, high pass, and or band pass filter. And we can choose some patterns that are really fun to experiment with, rhythmic patterns. It's got our attack, hold, and release times, similar to what we had in our gate on the Dyne 3 expander gate right there. Okay. Here, some things that might look familiar: cutoff and resonance. We've seen those when we've been doing our synthesizer programming. Mode, LP, low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter. They can give you a phaser, which I have not experimented with, or you can just turn it off. Okay. A resonance feature, and then a modulation feature and an LFO where we can sweep the cutoff point of the filter back and forth for some interesting rhythmic effects. Here we can choose our note value, how fast we want the gate to open and close, according to the pattern that we've selected. So 16th note, 8th note, quarter note, dotted eighth, that type of thing. All right. We can swing if we want to, add a little bit of a lilt to it or a swing feel to it. And finally the mix, your wet-dry mix, and I'll just leave it all the way wet for now. And you can, of course, experiment with all of these to your heart's content. All right, so let's go ahead and hit play here. Let's change the rate. Let's change the attack. Let's change the cutoff. Change the hold time. Change the release time. Lower the cutoff. Increase the resonance. Okay. So I'm just going to set my cutoff to about there. Resonance to about there. Leave my attack there. Put my hold right about there. Leave my release centered right about there. Let's go and play with the modulation envelope. Let me turn down this track just a little there. Okay. Now I'm going to move my cutoff left and right. Now I'm going to move my envelope left and right. So you can see I can either manually adjust my cutoff, or I can use my envelope to adjust the cutoff. And I can use a low frequency oscillator to go rhythmically back and forth and sweep the cutoff point. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's choose 2 steps. 4 steps. 8 steps. So lots of fun you can have with this. This is really just a blast to play with. So I'm going to leave my settings right there and put the track. There we go. All right. And let's add, in the next insert slot, let's add a digital delay. So I'm going to go over here to delay. And I'll take the Mod 3 delay. Again, comes stock with Pro Tools Native. And let's do a little bit of setup here. Okay, let's take a look. So we're going to run the sound of that gated synth through this delay. Let's add a little bit more interest to it. Let's put it in bypass right now and just see where we're starting. Okay, just an eighth note pattern. All right, I'm taking out of bypass now, and I want to sync it to our tempo. I also want to choose a note value. Since I already have eighth note for my pattern, I just don't want to keep echoing eighth note. So I'll choose eighth note, and I'm going to choose dot. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead here and set it all the way to dry. And now gradually we're going to mix set it all the way to wet. And now let's do a blend of about maybe 30%. There we go. Let's put in bypass again. And now with the delay. All right. So again, sync, choosing your note value. So there's an eighth, there's a dot, and then setting the wet, dry mix right there. Okay. And let's go ahead and set it for the right side as well. All right, good. Oh, I'm sorry, link. There we go. Now the left and right sides are linked, so all parameters will be the same. There we go, between left and right stereo fields. Let's close that. And let's go ahead and mute that track. And we'll continue in the next video.